So without further ado, let's get this show started. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I'm your host, Superstar Sean Davis, joined with the commissioner of WWN Proving Ground, Mr. Rick Thames.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
Representing the Set Incorporated, he is Mr. RPA, that freaking Rich Porter.
Now, Rick Thames, what is going on here? Rich Portiela, last we saw him, he was suspended indefinitely from Proving Ground by you. Well, wait a minute, it looks like Francisco Chiazzo has something to say here.
Oh, absolutely, Sean. I've had my round with this set.
Shut up.
Well, that's not very friendly.
What we'd like to have
To be
right
expected.
now is for all you idiotic, moronic, new Port Richey rejects. Keep the noise down and show the sets the respect that we deserve.
Here we go. Nothing looks any different to me.
Doesn't seem like they're going to get that respect, are they?
Was zigzagging across Yokohama, Japan. Gus De La Vega and I were ensuring that when me and Rich touched down in Tampa, that he was reinstated with World Wrestling Network. Oh, Rick Thames, you must be crying in your soup, big man, because the set is here and we have run roughshod over everybody over the last 365 days. And tonight, we plant our flag. Gus De La Vega and I are going to be walking out of here the ACW Tag Team Champions.
Well, you better be careful is all I can say.
But we're not finished yet, because main event Rich is taking his first step tonight towards the WWN Proving Ground Heavyweight Championship.
Well, it seems they're back full force.
But Rick Thames, what is the story behind this? What's the story with Rich Portiela suddenly being back here at Proving Ground? Now, we know he's been on tour. Well, hold on. We've got his opponent coming to the ring now, but I want a full explanation on this, if you can tell me during this match.
I was pretty reluctant to bring them back, Sean, after everything that went on.
He hails from Chicago, Illinois, now residing in Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 203 pounds. He is the leading man, Hollywood, Nick Swift.
Okay, Rick Thames, there he is, Nick Swift, to take on Rich Portiela. Now, how exactly is it, Rick Thames, that Rich Portiela is back here at Proving Ground?
Well, Sean, after discussing with the set, actually as a whole, and individuals, it turns out that they say there was an accident. What they did to me when I came into the ring to break up the interference, Rich claims that he didn't know that there was an official behind him, and he swung.
No, I find that very, very hard to believe. It looked like it was absolutely beautiful hurricanrana there by Nick Swift on Rich Portiela. But no, that punch seemed absolutely intended by Rich Portiella.
Yeah, Sean, it was right on the money, that's for sure.
Wow, Nick Swift hits that top turnbuckle hard.
My intentions were only to go in there and break up, what was going on there, the entire interference.
But how was it? Did you say that the attorneys of the set got involved and went to the World Wrestling Network? Did they bypass you and go straight to the committee?
Well, I like I said, I talked to the individuals, each and every one of them as a group, and then they had their attorney speak with me, and they all had the same story. So
devastating body slam by Rich Portiella. But what's going to happen going forward now, Mr. Commissioner? What if these guys continue to break the rules like they have in the past here at Proving Ground? What will be the ramifications of that?
Now, I can tell you firsthand it's going to be the same thing. There will be heavy fines and suspensions, or both, whatever calls at that time. And I'm not afraid to put that out there. These guys will abide by our rules and our regulations, and anything outside of that will not be tolerated. I've made examples. They have been an example themselves, and they want to be an example again.
Well, no one could say that you've ever been one to be a pushover here at all. You've levied suspensions, you've levied fines, but it seems like the set might have the ability, they might have the financial ability to bring attorneys into the matter that maybe some others here at Proving Ground haven't had those resources in the past.
Well, Sean, their game is strong. It's heavy. But you know what? I'm no pushover, like you said, and they will not get by me.
Someone else that isn't a pushover is Nick Swift. He's been taking a beating at the hand of Rich Portiella, but he's fighting back with those elbows and the jawbreaker. Setting him up a second one. Has Rich Portiella reeling right now.
Swift is a great up-and-coming talent. He's full of surprises himself.
Sure is. Drop kick right there took Rich Portiella down.
Like Rich Port and keep him down there for more than 5 seconds. He's done so.
Flying elbow drop goes for the pin. 2 count. What? Wait a minute. Here, this is what we're talking about, Rick Thames. Here we go. The other members of the set getting up here. They might not have physically interfered yet, but they're obviously trying to distract in some sort of matter here.
They do not mind pushing the ball out.
Whoa, big forearm shot there by Nick Swift to Auguste La Vega. But walks it. Could this be there he is, the Port Authority finishing move of Rich Portiella, and that one is over. I want to thank, here we have the official announcement. I want to thank WWN Proving Ground Commissioner Rick Thames for joining me here, and I'm sure we will see more of you later, sir.
You're very welcome, Sean. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Introducing first.
Well, I am excited to be joined right now by an absolute, yes, I would say legend in the world of professional wrestling broadcasting, Mr. Ron Nemi, the hardcore giant himself, is joining us.
Hey, WWN, I'm back, baby. Sean, we've been doing this together a long time, but it's just as exciting each and every time out. You feel the electricity here tonight.
Well, we got a heck of an event here tonight at the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center. I'm excited to be joined by a true veteran of WWN, Ron Nemi, voice of Evolve, voice of Full Impact Pro Wrestling.
So many ACW, so many Shine shows, but the young talent here tonight, man. I was just coming to hang out, Sean. Just kick back, watch a show. And
Well, I saw you driving into the parking lot, and I said, if that is the hardcore giant, I'm grabbing him right now, and I'm calling in some favors here.
didn't take any twisting of my arm, though, now that you mention it. Not much of a favor you had to call in, man. What an opportunity. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're thrilled to have you here. This is one of the true characters here at Proving Ground. Insane John Strange coming to take on tough Tyler Uriah. Kind of a throwback wrestler here. Kind of a no-nonsense, which is the complete opposite of his manager, Captain Aaron Nova, who I got to tell you, this guy has been running roughshod lately here at Proving Ground. And the guy's just a little bit of a pain in the butt, I got to admit that. I really don't like this guy one bit.
Well, he gets under people's skin, and that's all by design. And you look at his charge, you talk about a throwback. All I see is some black boots, some trunks, and knee pads, and that's it. Bare bones. Southern style as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
But he's going to have his hands full. Can't blame him for jump-starting it, getting opportunity. John Strange turning his back on this young man. Beautiful knife-edge chop.
Absolutely gorgeous. Tyler Uriah not wasting any time going on the attack. But look at that beautiful arm drag by John Strange. Japanese arm drag. Followed up with a drop kick. John Strange is one of these guys where he doesn't look like he should be able to do any of the things he does. He absolutely amazes every time he's in the ring.
That's exactly what I told you the first time that I saw John Strange compete. I said, well, I sure as hell didn't see that coming. Look at head of steam up and over both men.
And they are down to the floor, and this one could be over before it's really even begun here. Well, no, John Strange is up. He must have landed on his head. That doesn't seem to affect him in any way whatsoever.
A total safe landing if he lands nice and firmly right on his skull.
I'm pretty confident this guy was dropped several times when he was a baby. He is not playing with a full deck. If you've ever actually had oh my God! Goes for the big chop and hits the wall. That is a concrete wall here at the Pro Wrestling Training Center. And he could be seriously injured right now, Ron Nemi, and Tyler Uriah is on the attack.
It's like painting a target on that hand, and Tyler Uriah goes at it right. I like here, has a presence of mind to hook the leg, getting that 2 count. Not quite enough, but Tyler Uriah really in control here.
Yeah, Tyler Uriah, he is a wrestler's wrestler, much like a man you may see later tonight. I know you will, actually, the ACW Cruiserweight Champion, Daniel Starling, along that mold. And I like seeing these guys that are just getting back to the no-nonsense. They're bringing it back to what wrestling is all about. Just getting in there, grinding and torturing and beating down their opponent. You know I like that kind of stuff, Ron Nemi.
You've always been a big supporter. Not maybe breaking the rules, but you've been very liberal about the rules being bent just a little bit.
Well,
always okay in your opinion.
I like to see a good fight and a good battle, but I gotta say, the things that Aaron Nova and the Nova Alliance, excellent move right there. Version of a single-arm DDT, but with his knees. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
And Aaron Nova really makes Uriah that much more dangerous because, again, if you're in a situation Strange finds himself, you've almost got to have eyes in the back of your head to keep your eyes on the captain.
Well, last week, Captain Aaron Nova basically declared war on not just Benji Neptune, who has been one of his top nemesis, but pretty much everyone. Spine buster by Tyler Uriah. Shades of AA Arn Anderson going for the pin, but not quite.
Clearly surprised as he goes right again for 2 back-to-back 2 counts. Little frustration perhaps, but John Strange, you told me several times before I ever saw this man. You want to talk about tough, and a guy that sometimes when the fight's over, John Strange hasn't quite figured out it's over. He just keeps coming.
Yeah, if you've ever tried to have a conversation with this man, you'll know real quick that he's not quite playing with a full deck, but that's not what it's about within the ring here. This guy goes on pure instinct in the ring, and this guy is a fighter.
And strangely enough, when I've encountered him on the road on some other shows, this guy is just surrounded by beautiful women for one reason or another. It's a gift.
Well, I think he has many gifts, including pure athletic ability that's absolutely shocking to see. Wow, sidewalk slam by, there we go, inside John Strange. And it's over! He gets the 3 count on Tyler Uriah. Aaron Nova's not going to be happy about that. And Aaron Nova's in the ring. And here comes Cameron Stewart. And we've got here comes Krieger. The whole Nova Alliance, sans Daniel Starling, are in the ring right now. But here comes Benji Neptune with a chair, and he is swinging for the fences.
Benji taking no prisoners.
Last week, the Nova Alliance had a vicious 5-on-1 beatdown on Benji Neptune, trying to put him out of Proving Ground once and for all. But Benji Neptune is here, and obviously making a point that he is back and he is ready to take on the Nova Alliance. And maybe he's even recruiting some help here in his battle against the Nova Alliance. Benji Neptune, maybe the most popular wrestler here at WWN Proving Ground.
And you can see why, and like you mentioned, possibly making a new alliance, a new friend here, and having somebody to watch your back. You know how important that can be, Sean.
It sure is. Like I said, the Nova Alliance in a full... Well, if you want to talk about weird, Ron Nemi, which I don't know if you want to talk about, but you're looking at it right here. Cerise of Princess Josh, Drake Xavier, and Buzzsaw Chase McCoy, who seems to just be wandering around ringside at this point.
What a dangerous trio. Like you said, you want to talk about weird. And we're right smack dab in the middle of Pasco County. They know what weird is.
They certainly do. For everybody watching this from around the world right now.
235 pounds. He is a powerhouse. Delgado.
I was saying, if you're not used to watching the people that walk the streets of Pasco County, you're probably in a little bit of shock about Cerise right here. But into the ring comes right now Rafael Delgado, one of the first graduates of the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center, which you can learn more about at www.wwntc.com. And Rafael Delgado, in a short time in the business, has already been one half of the ACW Tag Team Champions, and now he has his sights set on a singles title.
And a true powerhouse, has made a huge impact very early in his career. And like you said, every time I saw him compete, even with those tag team titles, he just screamed to me that this is a man that should be on his own. Beautiful suplex. You see that upper body strength on display by Delgado.
Yeah, Delgado has been consistently improving. He's in the gym constantly. Just because he's graduated his wrestling training doesn't mean his wrestling training is over in any way. This man is a 5-day-a-week in the ring, consistently training to get better, more aggressive, working on new holds and counter holds. And he is firmly in control right now of Drake Xavier. Well, with a nice up and over.
Hey, when he's not in the ring, he's in the weight room. He's on the track. He's working on that cardio. This man takes his wrestling career very, very seriously. And we're seeing him here.
Oh, but he just got stopped by Drake Xavier. Drake Xavier is also someone who, you know what, you might not look at this kid right away and think, hey, this guy is going to be a heavyweight champion, a top contender. But I'm telling you, he is somebody else where, as much as I don't like Princess Josh, I'm telling you right now, he has this kid becoming more vicious all the time. He absolutely used to be a nice, normal dungeon master, okay? And now, I mean, he doesn't play games anymore. This kid's all about hurting people in the ring.
Can you actually be a dungeon master and be nice and normal at the same time? Is that a thing?
Well, I'll tell you. Let's put it this way. He was a nice, shy nerd of a kid, and now he has just morphed into something else. Honestly, it's been quite disturbing to see.
And you can see the look on the referee, the good gentleman, Jim Bragg, but you want to talk about a man who's seen it all.
Well, he certainly has.
Nearly 4 decades in professional wrestling.
You know, Jim Bragg actually officiated Abraham Lincoln's last title match before he went into the presidency.
Yeah, that was, I believe, in Christmas, Florida, on the Carnival circuit. He speaks very fondly of those days. My dad used to love to listen to Jim Bragg referee on the radio every Sunday night.
I bet I heard that. I heard that he was
right after Lawrence Welk.
There we go.
Look at that athleticism on the, hold on a second.
What arrogance here by Drake Xavier. But look at this, the follow-up misses with the lion salt.
Hey, that'll teach him.
Drake Xavier is definitely hurt now. Rafael Delgado back on top, has him up, could be a power slam position. Drake Xavier in his eyes.
Right in the eyes, the great equalizer. I don't care who you are. Kind of a modified cross-body block. I'm not sure what the hell that was, but done some damage to the ribs.
Version of a snap mirror there. What's he setting up for? High-risk maneuver, and he nails it, apparently. Goes for the pin. 2 count only. Delgado kicks out. Xavier right on top of him here with these vicious blows to the head.
I think David Crockett Jr. said it best when he says, will you look at that? Just unbelievable aerial assault.
Well, Drake Xavier. Now, Princess Josh is telling Buzzsaw McCoy well, he was telling him to interfere, and he wasn't doing it. Buzzsaw McCoy just kind of in his own world. Well, these guys are all kind of in their own world, but Buzzsaw McCoy, I don't think he wasn't listening. And Drake Xavier is distracted now. Big right by Delgado. Big left jab.
Look at that soup bone lighting him up. Beautiful strike. Delgado.
He's up and down. 1, 2, and 3.
He's got him.
Rafael Delgado with a big win. Now I promise Princess Josh will not be happy with Buzzsaw McCoy not listening to him.
Was Xavier just seemed like he was kind of knocked out for a couple seconds there because he was just completely lifeless. What a beautiful sit-out powerbomb by Delgado. What a big win for this young man.
Huge win by Delgado. We're going to see a lot more from him in the weeks to come.
Michael James Tinney here with the Dominican powerhouse Rafael Delgado. Rafael, big win tonight against Drake Xavier. What's next?
Guess la próxima. What's next? It's all about who's next. See, the Dominican powerhouse is on a roll. That's 2 wins. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm coming after everybody. Como la semana pasada. Con un botella de Brugal y mi nodillo. Que lo que.
last opportunity.
You need more air push-ups.
Yeah. This is your last opportunity. You do not listen to me out there for your stupid... Get that stupid thing out of your mouth. You don't listen to me out there. I swear, I will end everything in you. You've got me. I am not the princess you should be screwing with. Let's go, Frank.
Just help. Let's hit. No, mine. Ha!
Nemi, you're in for a treat right here. Better Together, one of the most entertaining tag teams I've ever seen in professional wrestling. And I know you've managed quite a few amazing tag teams over the years. I guarantee this would have been a team that would have been on your radar.
It's unbelievable how good of a team they are, especially their offense, when clearly can't get on the same page even when it comes to getting in the ring.
Oh, wow, look at that. All right. Yeah, these guys are interesting to say the least, but I'll tell you, they really can put it together in the ring. When they get past their little, what would you say, issues that they have, they really can come together with just some incredible tag team maneuvers.
Yeah, there's a few issues, definitely. Just look at these two. Bringing some international flavor to WWN. But oh boy.
These guys they're wrestling, though, they have proven to be absolutely no joke here at WWN Proving Ground.
Talk about having your hands full, quite literally.
Yes. Isn't that nice? He's helping them with some stretches there. See, they can get along.
Is that the time to be assisting each other with stretches?
Did he just sniff his armpit? Well, their announcement is 600 pounds. I think 400 of it's on one half of the ring, but...
Without a doubt. But did you see that perfectly executed Mexican roll right into the heart cap?
Well, Big Dog, as I like to call him, will absolutely surprise you every time he's in the ring with his agility. And his son, Little Dog, has really been coming along in recent weeks here at Proving Ground. He's put on a little bit of weight, a little bit I say, but he definitely has been hitting the gym and working out hard. Puerto Rican Hound Dogs have had some wins recently here at WWN Proving Ground, but this is their biggest test yet with Better Together.
The matchmakers, you want to talk about paying close attention. You start stringing those victories together, pretty soon the championship committee starts looking at maybe giving you at least a contendership where there is a light at the end of the tunnel and you're working towards something.
There's no doubt about it. Both of these teams have, well, a little off balance there, but both of these teams have their sights set on the ACW tag team titles, currently held by the Madmen at Work, Chungus and Seether. Little Dog going for the pin there.
Quick. Just an offensive flurry.
Yeah,
should be over just as quick as it started. Don't blink your eyes.
Absolutely. Several pin attempts there, along with a little bit of barking going on by the Little Dog. Some intimidation factor, if you will, there.
I think he proves the theory about the bark being worse than the bite wrong when it comes to him and Pops. Dangerous duo, but sharp kick right to the midsection. That's going to slow you down awfully quick.
Better together. Some brilliant maneuvering, but no, backfired. Little Dog is through, and here comes Big Dog. Oh, the fans react right away. They know when this guy gets in the ring that business is about to pick up. Neither one of them want to actually have a confrontation with this guy. He's inviting him. Is he inviting him to punch him?
Giving him the first shot, not something I would advise. Well, that didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work out at all. Attempts the side headlock. Big Dog is just, looks like he just shrug him off easy. Oh, blind tag right there by Better Together. This drop down. Again, everybody's dropping down. And we have a collision in the middle of the ring with the Better Together. And Big Dog headbutts both of them at the same time.
Obviously doing his homework, and look at his strength, just easily hoisting his opponent up. Signals, calls his own shot.
They hit the ropes. Beautiful headbutt, elbow combination. Go for the pin, 2 count only. Yeah, it's time for Better Together to have a little bit of a powwow. Try to get a game plan here together.
Your referee, your first American boyfriend, Billy Grace, telling Better Together, you gotta get in here. He starts the count, but seems to be giving him a little bit of leeway. If like to call Billy, nothing if he's not consistent, but all right.
Oh, he's saying no tag, Billy's. But smart move right there. You know what? These guys have the intelligence factor going on. They really do.
I think that trap was just set perfectly, like they've done it before. Referee was just out of position.
Yeah, they used Billy Grace's maybe lack of grace to their advantage right there.
Hey, Sean, isn't it nice? Right in the middle of the winter, luckily we're inside away from that frigid 75 degrees it is outside in Port Richey right now.
It is brutal out there. Better Together going to town here on Little Dog in the corner. Setting him up. Gorgeous vertical suplex going for the pin.
You gotta hook the legs though,
Yeah,
Sean.
what is up with that they didn't hook the leg? Could they maybe have not taken the dogs as seriously as they should have going into this one?
You've held several tag team titles in your career. When you had an opportunity like this to start climbing the ladder, you don't give any openings. You seize every opportunity, no time ever wasted.
Absolutely.
So you got to wonder, maturity-wise, are they ready?
You know, these guys, they've only been in the business about 2 years now. Only been in the United States roughly 7 months, coming from their home country of Israel.
How cool is that? Chasing your dream literally across the world from Israel.
No doubt about it.
Landing here in Florida.
They left their families behind to live their dreams in the United States. And they are well on their way. They're on the radar of several major promotions in the country right now. And are, again, right in contention for the WWN Proving Ground tag team titles. I would say my only criticism of Better Together would be that sometimes I feel like they get distracted and they don't jump on it when they smell that blood in the water. They should be like sharks, but they are being very vicious right now, I must say.
I think their one-upsmanship kind of gets out of hand. That becomes more important than winning the match. And that's just, I don't know, it's just a competitive nature between the two. Hold on a second.
Here comes the Big Dog. Double clotheslines, Better Together down. Follows up with another one. Oh, vicious chop. Comes in. Huge backdrop right in the middle of the ring. Look at that forward roll by the Big Dog. 2 count only.
The dog is quick as a cat.
He certainly is.
Spry, if you will. Fleet of foot.
There you go.
Well, he's really in control, too. A lot of times with the big men, as a match starts to get late, they start running out of gas.
He caught that hold-on kick to the face. Oh, big right coming out of the corner. Comes over, and there he goes.
But there was a blind tag by the Little Dog.
There was, Little Dog gets caught. I don't think Little Dog has fully recovered from that beating he took that went on for several minutes. Gorgeous move, Better Together is in full control right now. Oh, incredible finishing double team move. This one has got to be over. And a 3 count. Better Together moving up the ranks. Such an important win for Better Together.
And Hound Dog and his up-and-coming son, I'm going to tell you what, they don't have anything to hang their heads over because that was one hell of a tag team match. I loved everything I saw in there.
Absolutely. I would not be surprised if we would see these two teams in the ring again
run
here
that
at
one
WWN
back.
Proving
Run
Ground.
it back. The people's demand it, Sean.
Yes. Well, Big Dog helping Little Dog out right now. I think, he definitely fought valiantly, but I do believe he might have been hurt by some of those double team maneuvers earlier.
I have no doubt. Billy Grace finding himself.
Yeah, Billy Grace.
We know you love it, Billy. Look at him trying to sell that. Yeah, get out of here.
He can't hide that smile on his face, that's for sure. Better Together with another giant win here at WWN Proving Ground.
Michael James standing here with Better Together, victorious tonight.
Yes, say it again.
Against the Puerto Rican Hound Dog.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Victorious!
Yeah! Got the W, baby. Got the W. Victory. Tonight, we beat the Hound Dogs, and we only have one thing in mind, right enough. We don't care about the Hound Dogs anymore. We beat them once. We beat them twice. We'll beat them 14 times more if we need to. We only have our sights set on one goal only. Want to say it together? No, sure. 3, 2, 1.
Who
The
cats?
ACW Tag Team titles. What? Who cares?
What titles?
You know, you're just so stupid. Jimmy, you can ask him questions if you want.
No. Huh? No. Doesn't feel good.
Michael James standing here with the Puerto Rican Hound Dogs. I was just told Better Together said they're not worried about you guys anymore.
Worried? You're not worried about us? Are you guys great? Better Together? It's fine. It's great. You guys are a good tag team. You guys got heart, but you really got lucky. You got lucky, but that's great. I'll take you guys on. Wait a minute. We'll take you guys on. Anytime, any place, any moment, we're ready for a fight. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. He is representing financially stable, weighing in at 234 pounds. Mr. Xavier.
Well, here's a true mainstay at WWN Proving Ground, Mr. Stephen Frick, a man who, I don't know if he's playing with just one personality, two personalities. You never know. You never know which Stephen Frick you're going to get when he comes to the ring.
Yeah, once one of the most beloved competitors in ACW.
From Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 210 pounds. Awesome Adam Bale.
Well, I'm convinced Stephen Frick has taken one too many hits to the head over the last couple years. He's had some incredibly brutal battles against the likes of Insane John Strange and others, and he just is not the same kid that he was a few years ago.
But he looks great. He's got himself in shape, and again, sometimes I just think that constant, he's been scratching and clawing for so long. He feels it's his time.
Well, he's at a point in his career where it's either really it's do or die for him. He either takes the next step to the next level, or you know what, things could start winding down for him. And Stephen Frick, he's not ready to wind down in any way. And I think, yeah, you're going to see what the new Stephen Frick is all about here against awesome Adam Vale. Adam Vale, a young man who's made a little bit of a name for himself, had a bit of a following here at Proving Ground, former ACW Tag Team Champion. Decided to go singles. Nice drop kick, sends Stephen Frick out of the ring.
Yeah, that really was precision. Nice drop kick. Can't do that with Stephen Frick.
No, Frick is going to take full advantage.
You know, Stevens, you've been at this point in your career, you know, years ago, but he's been around long enough now and at a certain level where he's starting to see peers and people he started with getting some pretty big opportunities. Some of them are, quite frankly, they're international TV stars, and here he finds himself still, you know, grinding, still scratching, still clawing. That's got to mess with you psychologically.
Well, I fully agree with you, and I know as a fact that something just snapped in this guy not too long ago where he said, enough is enough. Beautiful. Speaking of snap suplex over, goes for the pin. Just look at the look on his face.
Yeah, just complete intensity.
I mean, Stephen Frick has decided, he is disturbed. He decided recently that, again, all that matters is winning. It's not having friends. It's not being popular with the fans. It's getting that win and moving up in his career.
Real quick roll up. Frick drops him with a beautiful lariat cover. Does not hook the leg. About 2.5, but I think if he would have hooked the leg there, he would have had the victory.
Yeah, I think he could have had him right there, Ron Nemi. But Stephen Frick, he's enjoying hurting this kid. Yeah, I think he really, just look at this. I mean, he could have beaten him. I'm sure he could have beaten him. But Stephen Frick, he really does enjoy hurting people.
Inflicting all kinds of punishment on this young man. Beautiful chop, just takes him right off his feet. I'm not sure how much more Vale's got at this point.
And again, Adam Vale is no pushover. Again, one half of former tag team champion. He's a good athlete, but Stephen Frick, I believe, is trying to make an example out of Adam Vale right here in front of everybody that's watching this right now to show that he should be in the contendership for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, I think he's sending a message across WWN. Unfortunately for Mr. Adam Vale, that message is being sent through him, but look at this kid.
Vale's coming back.
A little too much time. Still able to get the crossbody cover almost.
Wow. Woo. I've got to admit, Adam Vale is surprising me right now how much he has taken it to Stephen Frick.
Almost stole the victory right there, but Frick has got the ropes.
He does. Oh, Jim Bragg. I don't know how he missed that one.
That one might have been a little low. Oh! Beautiful DDT.
Devastating. It has to be over. And Stephen Frick with the win.
You could stick a fork in him, folks.
Again, great effort by Adam Vale, but in the end, Mr. Stephen Frick, and he's not done. He's not done here.
He's had enough. You got the win. So you're going to end up throwing that victory money out the window. You know it's all about the pay window, Sean.
And he tosses Adam Vale to the floor like yesterday's garbage, and he's still putting the boots to him. Again, Mr. Stephen Frick, obviously he is. He's sending a message to all the other competitors at WWN Proving Ground that he is not someone to be taken lightly.
Michael James standing here with Stephen Frick. Stephen Frick, victorious tonight against Adam Vale. I've noticed, though, a sudden change of personality. What has caused that? Well, what's really caused it is everybody trying to walk all over me, take advantage of me. Adam Vale found out what everyone else is going to find out. That I love to hurt people in that ring, and I'm tired of hiding that from anybody. So from here on out, if you find me in that ring, I will break you. Is that a good enough answer for you?
The following non-title match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. He is being accompanied by Kingston and Noah, representing the Noah Administration. He is the reigning and defending ACW Cruiserweight Champion, the imperceptible Daniel Starling.
I don't even know if these guys know what that word means.
I was just wondering that myself.
Perceptible? Is that what he said?
I think so.
Well, whatever he calls himself, Daniel Starling is one hell of a professional wrestler. And he has been a fighting champion ever since he won this belt from Gus De La Vega.
Yeah, he might not be a fan favorite per se, but can't take anything away from his performance as a champion thus far. He's willing to take on all comers.
And what an opportunity this is for his opponent, Christian Mills, by far the biggest match he's had at WWN Proving Ground.
North Carolina, weighing at 170 pounds, he is the spinner, Christian Mills.
Did they say he's a sinner?
I thought they said he was a signer. Does that mean he does a lot of hand gestures?
No, I think I heard it right. He's a sinner.
Okay.
I know that my mom would not want me hanging around with any sinners on a Friday night.
My parochial school training
I've kept it
teachers,
squeaky clean
they wouldn't
so
have,
far.
They wouldn't have approved of this at all. But he had one sinner shirt on, and then he's got another one underneath. But I'll tell you, Christian Mills, he is here now. Aaron Nova refused to allow this to be for the cruiserweight title. Just saying, but they are giving him an opportunity, and a win here from Christian Mills would obviously shoot him straight to the top of the contenders list for the championship.
The body language of Mills, you want to talk about unorthodox. Starling just throwing him around like a rag doll here early on. I like how this kid takes control.
Yeah, Daniel Starling.
Yes. What a throwback again.
He is a wrestler's wrestler, Daniel Starling. He studies nothing but matches of the Funk Brothers, the Briscoes.
I see Hansen too. We're only a minute in, and you can see the influences. I guarantee he's studied a lot of Bobby Duncombe, Terry Gordy. And again, he's not the size of any of the men that we're talking about, but he makes you forget that really quick.
Yeah, pound for pound, Daniel Starling is one of the best wrestlers I've seen to come along in a long time. Talk about unorthodox maneuvers. Mills takes him down, catches him with an arm drag that sends him flying. It's a release arm drag. Drop kick. He has Starling rocking right now. Let's see how Mills can follow it up. Hook him for the bigger man for a suplex, but he can't quite get him, Ron Nemi. It looks like Starling blocks it twice.
Well, I think Starling clearly has the advantage on the upper body strength, as he's proven me right here. My God.
Hot shot right into the ropes.
That'll crush your larynx.
This could be over already. This could be I was thinking this could be a very short night. You know, these guys don't get paid by the hour, Ron Emi.
Captain Aaron Nova very, very pleased at ringside. How about the crew that he's building here in WWN?
Well, one thing we should talk about right now is the technical #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title is Benji Neptune, and Aaron Nova, he decreed a couple of weeks ago that after Benji Neptune was robbed of his opportunity of the Cruiserweight title, Aaron Nova stated that Benji would not get another shot at the title until he had defeated every other member of the Nova Alliance.
Well, that's his prerogative, and if he can make decisions like that, I don't want to say to protect his champion, but he feels everybody else should get their shot as well.
Benji Neptune was within millimeters away from being the Cruiserweight champion when Aaron Nova came in and deliberately got his man disqualified to save the title.
Hey, Bobby the Brain Heenan used to love to do that with the AWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel.
I know Ron Nemi would have never sunk to those types of lows back in the day.
Absolutely not. Like my old buddy, I saw him this weekend, Fonzie, right down the middle, Sean.
Oh, I loved him in Happy Days. He was the best. Until he jumped that shark that time.
You're thinking of Ralph Mouth. Look at the offensive flurry. Like
Christian Mills, he's bringing it right now. Well, he was, but up and over. Blocks Starling, gives a forearm up to the top rope. Misses, but rolls through. Comes back. Starling has him. What's going to happen? Oh, turns into a gorgeous German suplex. Almost a 3 count, but not quite. Christian Mills kicks out at the last second.
That was a thing of beauty. You want to talk about putting on a wrestling clinic here tonight, Daniel Starling.
Well,
I feel guilty I didn't pay my dues.
As much as I can't stand Aaron Nova, really anything about him, I have to admit he has put together an amazing stable here. The Nova Alliance here at WWN Proving Ground, and his lead man right now is Mr. Daniel Starling, the ACW Cruiserweight champion.
But mocking his opponent again, I understand he's demanding respect.
Mills firing back.
It was a mistake, all that wasted time. Seizing the opportunity is Mills. Firing away.
Mills is unloading, going for that neck breaker. Starling pushes him into the corner, comes in, block again, knee by Mills. Hits, well, there was no water in the pool there.
Needed to put on the brakes for just a moment, jumping into, like you said, an empty pool.
Christian Mills got a little too excited there. He had the champion Daniel Starling rocking, but the tide can turn just that easily in professional wrestling. Power slam power bomb up. Feet, what's he doing?
Hold on a second.
Feet on the ropes by Daniel Starling. Now, come on now. Did Daniel Starling really need to resort to those types of attacks? Well, wait a minute. John Strange down here, he's telling Billy Grace that obviously, he just gets nailed with the title belt by Aaron Nova.
John Strange sticking his nose into the business of the Nova Alliance and paying the price.
Well, Christian Mills, a frequent tag team partner of Insane John Strange. John Strange coming out to help and gets clocked with a title belt to the head.
Yeah, did you hear that metal on bone and flesh?
Absolutely vicious. Again, thank God it was his head that got hammered and not something more important on his body. But still, Insane John Strange, it was definitely rocked here.
Hey, what a wild night here. We're only like halfway through this.
We're just getting started, Ron Emi. We're just getting started.
I need my second wind.
Right now, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Ron Nemi, this is going to be a really interesting contest here, as we have two unorthodox wrestlers taking on each other that also have the two most controversial managers in all of WWN Proving Ground representing them.
Representing the administration from Unit 30, weighing in at 93 kilos. He is the German Krieger.
There really is a lot of moving parts in this one, man. You got that anything can happen and probably will feeling to it.
There's no doubt about it. Now, Krieger has one of the best win-loss records in the history of WWN Proving Ground. Only has one defeat so far in singles competition. It was to the Proving Ground heavyweight champion, Jonathan Hudson.
Nova agreeing with this man. Who's going to disagree with him? You're right, Ely. Look at Nova just harassing, making fun of, mocking the ring announcer.
That's kind of, well, that's pretty common here at WWE Proving Ground with this guy, but.
He is being covered by Princess William the South, Princess Josh, and Drake Xavier, representing Cerise. He is a buzzsaw, Chase McCoy.
Here he comes, buzzsaw Chase McCoy, who is already being berated by his so-called manager, Princess Josh. Princess Josh and Drake Xavier have been putting a lot of blame on buzzsaw Chase McCoy lately for the problems in Cerise, which honestly started months ago when Tweedledee, who was the tag team partner of Drake Xavier, just quit the organization one night. He apparently couldn't handle any more of Princess Josh.
Well, it takes a special person to handle much of Princess Josh, because you're talking about completely insane. But good luck telling Princess Josh that. Krieger, but you gotta, again, how dangerous this man is, but now really kind of has the odds on his side due to the dissension of his opponent.
Well, Krieger has defeated one man after another with his absolutely indestructible iron claw. Once he locks it on someone, the match is over.
I grew up with Baron Von Raschke tearing it up in the AWA, teaming up with Mad Dog Vachon, so I know all too well about that iron claw.
Now, I don't want there to be any confusion with the fans watching this. Fans, this is not, and I repeat, this is not a hair versus hair match.
Thank God. The cleanup afterwards is it's just too much.
Yes.
Like running into a brick wall or the wall on the part of Krieger.
Unorthodox elbow off the ropes by buzzsaw McCoy. And Princess Josh, what is he doing up here now? His man is in control of the action, so why is he up here distracting his own man right now? And Krieger from behind takes advantage of, honestly, the horrible, horrible managing by Princess Josh. Is he just self-sabotaging this guy now for fun?
Seems like he's just looking to establish the scapegoat, the one man that takes all the blame for everything. But good luck when you find yourself in a match of this, caliber, and you've got who's supposed to be your manager and partner on the outside, literally putting the screws to you in every way imaginable.
Well, we know Princess Josh is a bit of a sadist and into pain and probably into a whole bunch of other things we don't want to get into. But I don't know why he would be purposely sabotaging the odds of his man having any chance at all to defeat a man as vicious as Krieger.
How much can he take? How much can McCoy take?
Well, we're going to see it right here because Krieger is going to be relentless. Aaron Nova just took a Cheap shot right
Oh, it
there.
was not only a cheap shot, it was a free shot.
Yeah, Princess Josh did absolutely nothing to stop it. He was watching it right there.
Seemed to be encouraging him. Roll up.
Full
Got him.
package. 2 count only. Buzzsaw McCoy showing his wrestling ability, but Krieger follows it up with a massive clothesline, bringing McCoy down, setting him up now, reverse chin lock.
That clothesline sounded like a shotgun blast. Oh, your back is not meant to take that type of punishment. All the weight of Krieger coming down onto the back of Buzzsaw, who's clearly in trouble.
Now, Krieger only came to the United States about 6 months ago, and he has been absolutely devastating since coming here to Proving Ground. Thez Press followed up with the rights and just the clubbing blows to Buzzsaw McCoy.
You see that axe handle right between the eyes. Jesus. Punishing his Krieger.
He's showing the claw, but no, he goes for a nerve hold instead. He often uses this as a wear down maneuver, a prelude to locking on that absolutely devastating iron claw maneuver that has defeated so many individuals here at WWN Proving Ground.
And Krieger taking a page out of the playbook of the great Professor Toru Tanaka, applying that nerve hold, and Buzzsaw seemed like he was going out. Referee, the gentleman, Jim Bragg, right there.
Buzzsaw's coming back. He's coming back in some momentum with him. Big right has Krieger rocking. Giant clothesline. Another one leaping clothesline. Krieger misses with a big right. Russian leg sweep. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 2 count only. But McCoy is serious here. He's showing that he does have some smarts, despite what Princess Josh might say. He hooked the leg, and now he's going to go up to the top rope. Looks like for his patented flying headbutt. Well, wait a minute, what's Drake Xavier doing?
Right in front of the referee. Come on now.
Wait a minute. Come on, that couldn't have been any more obvious than that was. He wasn't trying to help him. He shook the ropes, and Krieger locks on the iron claw. This has got to be over. No one, and I mean no one, breaks free of Krieger's iron claw.
Squeezing the skull.
Look at the intensity on the face of Krieger as he brings McCoy down to the mat, squeezing the life out of Buzzsaw McCoy.
He's going out. The referee's checking him, cutting off the circulation, and he gets a 3 count.
And that is it. Another one. Bites the dust for Krieger's iron claw.
2023, and you just seen a man earn a victory right smack dab in the middle of the ring in Port Richey, Florida, with the iron claw. The Von Erichs would look on in pride, seeing that lethal move used in such a devastating fashion.
No doubt about it. I think the big story here is what happened here with Princess Josh and Drake Xavier. Where are they now? Did they just leave their man in the middle of the ring? Did they just leave him? They basically caught...
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. It's for the ACW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first.
Well, I'm real excited for this one, Ron Nemi. ACW Tag Team titles on the line right here. Mad Men at Work taking on these men coming to the ring, the Set. Francisco Chiazzo and Gus De La Vega. 2 men, along with Rich Portayala, who've been on a rampage here at WWN Proving Ground.
What a formidable stable this has become in very short amount of time. Throughout the Southeast, everybody has stood up and taken notice. You've got it all covered so many different pieces to the puzzle brought to me. To see Gus De La Vega back and operating at such a high level is so cool.
Gus De La Vega has quickly become one of the top performers in the entire wrestling industry. Lots of eyes on him. And Richport Ayala just back from a successful tour of Japan.
Pro Wrestling Noah, and they've got about 47 years experience with Chiazzo leading the trio.
Francisco Chiazzo, the true godfather of this group that he calls the Set. And the thing is, with the Set, you never know exactly which two of the three will be representing them. You just never know.
With those Freebird rules, I've always liked that. It just keeps everybody else on their toes, but many will say, especially the contenders, they feel it's unfair. How do you prepare for that?
Well, I'm going to be very interested to see how Commissioner Rick Thames handles things just today. We're starting off hot here. The Mad Men at Work, the ACW Tag Team Champions in the ring, and they're on the Set right away.
Coming in hot.
Throwing them into the ropes, going for the bow. The Set smartly taking a powder here. Recollecting themselves, Chungus and Sither.
There's a Chungus among us.
Or Salamander, as I like to call them, are the tag team champions. Double noggin knocker.
How about the teamwork by the Mad Men at Work?
Oh, and they bring Gus De La Vega in the hard way here. Chungus going right to town with it. Get a pin attempt, not quite. Little early in the match to be going for a pin on a talent like Gus De La Vega, but at the same time, you never want to look past any opportunity you might have to get a win.
Gus De La Vega in the best shape of his entire career. Nice splash by Scyther, hook of the leg. Could this be it?
Another 2 count only.
Hey, Scyther's one of those dudes that's been out there grinding for a long time too. Good to see him here in WWN with his partner, getting some eyes on him, because sometimes that's all it takes.
You know, Chungus is actually the student of Scyther, and he brought him into the business the right way. And what a tag team these guys are together. Look at this cohesiveness, Ron Nemi.
You can tell it isn't. With teams like this, you can tell they're traveling every mile of that road together. They eat, sleep, everything they do is professional wrestling.
6 days a week, these guys are in the ring training when they're not actually in the ring wrestling. And sometimes, like today, they were in the ring training earlier and then wrestling tonight, defending their ACW tag team titles.
They love what they do, and the crowd loves what they do.
They certainly, you have it right there. Well, Francisco Chiazzo attempted to pull the hair. Well, he got the job done, was the distraction. The throat shot by Gus De La Vega, and then the clothesline on the top rope by Chiazzo. You're seeing right here a true veteran and Francisco Chiazzo. And what a smart guy for him to latch himself onto 2 young talents like Rich Portayala and Gus De La Vega.
Yeah, just look.
Wow, did you see that?
My God, that's the highest drop kick I've ever seen in Chiazzo's entire career.
Well, he could have hit Skylo Low right in the face with that one.
Pinpoint precision, though, right in the back of the head and the neck, doing the punishment. And you see Chiazzo get back out there. I think he considers himself more valuable on the ring apron, playing the role of player-coach, basically.
He is, he really is. He's coaching these two. And Gus De La Vega, while he might look like he's 25, has actually been in the business a long time. But recently has had a new life in his career. And like I said before, he is impressing people everywhere.
You see, Port Ayala was sticking his nose in the business, choking Scyther. And how about Rich Port going over to Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan, and guy's making a huge name for himself.
Did you know that Rich Portayala made his professional wrestling debut in Japan 2 years ago?
How insane.
Who has their first match ever at Kuroken Hall in Japan?
Absolutely nobody.
That's the kind of talent this guy is, that the scouts from Japan came over here, saw him at wrestling school, and immediately booked him to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah, and again, he's just getting started, and here in WWN. He has the eyes.
Well, that looked a little low. Shades of Mr. Fuji right there. I'm surprised Billy Grace allowed that to continue.
Billy tends to loosen up the rules just a little bit
when he's intimidated?
I think when it just...
When he's awake? When he's not stone cold drunk?
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I should not insult the name of the great Billy Grace.
That's your first American boyfriend, Billy Grace.
We love Billy Grace, senior official here at WWN Proving Ground. Gorgeous neck breaker by Gus De La Vega, going for the pin, 2 count only.
We're blessed by the grace of God, the fact that we have Billy Grace here to call again.
Right.
The pace of this match, you better be on your toes. You better be consistent.
No doubt about it. Now, I asked WWA Commissioner Rick Thames earlier just how much is he going to put up with the set after he, in the past, incredible teamwork here leading to the Russian leg sweep by Gus De La Vega. But I asked Rick Thames, well, how much is he going to put up with? In the past, he's suspended, he's fined the set, and now they're back. Do they feel like they're going to be able to just get away with anything now that their lawyers got Rich Portiello reinstated in the company?
Where is he going? Has it ever worked out for Chiazzo?
Well, he's given the last rites right here. He's obviously confident, and he misses!
And this is the flying cannoli. And look at the shock on his face. The pain.
He is absolutely flabbergasted that he did not hit that maneuver.
Reaching to nobody, by the way.
Tags to Gus De La Vega. In comes Chungus. Big boot. Kicked him into next week. Running in the big splash into the corner. Sends De La Vega in another splash in the other corner. Sends him in another splash in the other corner. And Chungus has De La Vega up. Massive power slam. Goes for the pin.
Somehow De La Vega is able to kick out. What a strength.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Chungus, when he comes in like a house of fire like that, he has so much momentum with everything he does. They're setting up and apparently for their finishing move, he hooks him up. Scyther's gonna want it. Well, wait a minute, Rich Portiello is up.
Come on.
And he just clotheslined Scyther on the top rope. Gus De La Vega with uptights. And we have new ACW Tag Team Champions! Unbelievable!
History!
The set are the new ACW Tag Team Champions after blatant interference from Rich Portiello.
Not like this, Sean. Please, God, not like this.
What a match and what a night we have here at WWN Proving Ground. We have crowned new ACW Tag Team Champions. I believe Chungus, Scyther, the Madmen at Work are in shock that they have lost the ACW Tag Team titles.
That's right. We did it. You see, WWN Proving Ground. We did it. We told you the set was coming to take over and demand respect. Be there, Frankie. We told you, we warned you, and we warned you again. Just like Babe Ruth would call his home runs. The set told you we were going to be champions. We started this year off ACW Tag Team Champions. The set has planted our flag in the world. But speaking of the world, nobody wanted to believe us when we said we belong here in WWN. Nobody wanted to listen to us when we said that we belong here in professional wrestling. And nobody wanted to listen when we said that we are champions. And look what happened. My boys have the titles and they are champions. But you know what's missing? What's missing is my world heavyweight title. And soon, real soon, I'm going to have my shot, and that gold is coming home with me, right here with my boys, because the set run this place on time. Ya tú sabes!
Francisco Piazzo! Costello Vega! Oh, the set incorporated. You guys are a bunch of no good cheaters. Oh, God. No good cheaters, but the Madmen will get our revenge. I don't care who we gotta take on, who we gotta beat. We will get back to those tag team titles. We will show everybody what the Madmen are all about.
Exclusive to Superstar. Benji, you don't know what you're about to step in the ring with because you're not subscribed. Night 1 of the No Administration Challenge, you're in the ring with somebody so fast, so sexy, so exclusive. His name is Cam Stewart of the No Administration, and you don't stand a chance, ain't that right?
That's right, baby. Benji, when you get in the ring with me, it's gonna be Benji time, no more. And it's gonna be subscription renewal time for everybody at the Proving Ground.
Let's do this. Come on.
Yes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, this is the Nova Alliance Challenge, Ronnie. And once again, okay. Once again, we're being subjected to seeing the true fashion plate of WWN Proving Ground Captain Aranova with his man Cameron Stewart, who is obviously mocking Benji Neptune with that gold do-rag on.
He's in fantastic condition, but I'm going to tell you what, Benji Neptune is just a physical specimen. And coming out here mocking the man is not going to do any good whatsoever, but...
No, you know what, Benji Neptune is a super nice kid, a great athlete. You know, as someone that's an absolute pleasure to be around, the complete opposite of Aranova.
A fantastic dancer, though. I didn't know he had those.
Oh, he can dance. But I'll tell you, Benji Neptune, he can also fight with the best of them.
Absolutely.
You push this kid's buttons too much, and he will pull out all the stops to get it done in the ring. We're going to find out right now if it is Benji time tonight here at WWN Proving Ground. Here he is, arguably the most popular wrestler in WWN Proving Ground, Benji Neptune. Hey, Ron, I got to ask you before they actually get started. You are a member of Club WWN, are you not?
Absolutely. For God's sake, where else could I listen to myself constantly?
There you go. But, you know, if anybody's listening right now and they, for some reason, are not a member of Club WWN, you want to get on that right away. Go to clubwwn.com. They have a fantastic offer for joining right now. They have so many, hundreds and hundreds of hours of some of the best professional wrestling ever in this business.
Wait a second.
At your fingertips.
Are you suggesting there's people that do not currently have memberships?
It's hard to believe, Ron, what an incredible deal it is. But yes, there are some people out there that are not yet, and I do say yet, members of Club WWN. All right, we locked up right here. Snapmare over by Cameron Stewart. Oh, once again, mocking Benji Neptune. Not a smart strategy at all here, Ron Nemi.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish. The attitude of Neptune is just infectious. Such positive energy. The guy constantly has a smile on his face.
He really does. Oh, he's smiling.
Yeah. I kind of like it when he does it.
Yeah, a little bit of good for the goose, good for the gander there. Stewart comes running in, catches a boot from Benji Neptune, followed up by just a brutal clothesline.
What a little
and
power.
a giant body slam. And Cameron Stewart's like, look at that. Oh, Benji saying, yes, it is Benji time here tonight at the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center for another night of WWN Proving Ground. And I'm so excited to be joined by Ron Nemi tonight, man. It is so much fun having you here.
Isn't this great? I just came here to hang out tonight.
And I roped you in. I put you to work, my friend.
Again, that's my how lucky I am. Because this is...
Wait a minute, but Rob, what's going on here? He's got, well, very smart maneuver there. Cameron Stewart distracting. I can't believe Jim Bragg would be distracted.
Jim Bragg looks so natural with that selfie stick in his hand.
Yes, he sure does.
I bet you his OnlyFans is just, well, you know.
Oh, well.
That's for another time.
We'll talk about that later. Well, the tide has turned here with the distraction by Cameron Stewart and the interference by Aranova. Cameron Stewart is on top here. He gave that Irish whip into the corner, everything he had.
Oh, he threw himself into it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Benji's back just taking excruciating pain and punishment in the corner there. The fans, everybody, you want to talk about 100% behind Benji. Beautiful back elbows.
He's fighting out of this. Fireman carry into the schoolboy, going for the pin. 2 count only. Oh my God. My God, what a devastating clothesline by Cameron Stewart. Go for the pin for a second time, hooks the leg.
Cameron Stewart with the green light nearly beheading Benji Neptune.
Well, you can see the frustration setting in on Cameron Stewart right there, that he was not able to put away Benji Neptune after that absolutely devastating clothesline.
That's not going to finish off Neptune what it's going to take, because you want to talk about coming from just right field. It was a bomb of a lariat that nearly decapitated Benji, but he's still in there.
Yeah, Stewart's trying to cut off the oxygen of Benji Neptune, but he is fighting back. Jawbreaker right there by Neptune.
Keep your eye on the captain there at ringside.
Yeah. Nova is just taunting Benji Neptune, but Neptune, he is getting hyped up right now. Comes in, clothesline, another clothesline. Has Stewart rocking, picks him up, belly to back suplex, drops him hard.
You gotta love the strength of Neptune. Puts everything he can. Again, if he's not training in the ring, he's training in the gym.
Benji Neptune. Oh! Beautiful. I thought he was going to go for the spear, but instead of flying elbow, goes for the pin. 2 count only. Neptune needs to stay on him right now as he has the advantage here.
Referee Jim Bragg still gets down for those 2 counts just as quick as anybody that's out there in their rookie year. This man's been doing it 30-plus years. You gotta love it.
Leapfrog, beautiful maneuver. Schoolboy, could this be it? 2 count, 2 count only. Oh, man.
Catches him with that enziguri.
It looks like he caught him right in the face with that enziguri. Both men are down. Both men are obviously hurt right here. They're getting to their feet, though. There's no quitting either one of them. Stewart up and over. Oh, Benji with a big right to the face. Stewart might be out. 1, 2, three, and that's it! Benji Neptune wins this stage of the Nova Alliance Challenge.
Hold on, come on.
Tyler Uriah,
How many
Daniel
times?
Starling, Krieger, they're all in the ring now, attacking Benji Neptune.
Benji with the deck stacked.
It's 5-on-1 right now.
Come on.
Wait, here comes St. John Strange and Christian Mills have hit the ring, and they're trying to even the odds right here. We have an absolute six-pin brawl right here. Katie bar the door. It is broken down, Rodney.
Total Donnybrook here in Newport Richey. The rule book has been thrown out the window, and this is just a good old-fashioned fight.
This is definitely just another battle in what's becoming a bigger and bigger war here at WWN Proving Ground between the Nova Alliance, Benji Neptune, and now Insane John Strange and Christian Mills. Ron Nemi, can you just, what action we've had here tonight?
I'm sitting here with my jaw on the floor again. What's next? The bar, how high can you set the bar?
You just never know what could happen here at WWN Proving Ground.
Well, I said it earlier, it has that feeling.
I'm telling you.
Expect the unexpected.
Absolutely.
Michael James standing here with Benji Neptune, Christian Mills, and Insane John Strange. Next week, you guys will be facing the Nova administration in a six-man tag team bout. What'd you like to say?
What I got to say, the Nova administration has been costing me week after week. First they cost me the title, and now they want to turn this into gang warfare? Well, I got me two boys that are about that gang life right behind me. Next week, it's going to be you're going to be on crazy time!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
You think it's going to be the main event, Ron Nemi, or what?
I'm not sure I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. This one's going to be a war, my friends.
I've been trying to pace myself all night, just knowing what's coming at the end. You know our old buddy, the Commissioner Rick Thames, I used to like to do things like his partner, Big Sonny T. We like to start off slow and taper off from there.
Well,
So-
I don't think there's going to be anything slow about this match coming up.
Exact opposite.
These two men, I mean, it cannot be understated. These two men hate each other's guts. They absolutely cannot stand each other. They've been in multiple wars, and they just keep flaring up over and over again. On the last Proving Ground, Bud Heavy scored the pin on Jonathan Hudson in the six-man tag main event, setting up this battle tonight.
When you know, again, the competitive juice is flowing when it comes to talent like this can lead to an incredible match, but when you have the animosity and the emotions between the two, these men, like you said, they hate each other. They're here to fight.
I can tell you right now that there was instructions to the security earlier in the back to make sure these two didn't get anywhere near each other in the dressing room area, because they know the fight would have started back then and the building would have been torn apart and we might have lost our lease here.
Hey, how
if they'd
terrible
been
of a
allowed.
job assignment is that? How would you like to be given that job
Oh
when you're
my
on?
God.
No thanks.
Here he comes, the champion, Jonathan Hudson. A true fan favorite in every sense of the word, and a true fighting champion.
Looks like $1 million.
And someone that's not afraid to fight, get down and dirty, do whatever it takes to keep that WWN Proving Ground heavyweight title around his waist.
Introducing first my challenger standing to my right, from Riverview, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, representing financially stable, Bud Heavy. And his opponent, from Malibu, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is your reigning and defending WWN Proving Ground Heavyweight Champion. He is the Alpha Daddy of professional wrestling, Jonathan Hudson.
Here we are. That's what it's all about. The WWN Proving Ground Heavyweight Championship. Jonathan Hudson won it in a grueling multi-week tournament. And he has been a true fighting champion.
And that's the way you would announce a title match as well. I was really impressed.
No doubt.
Tons of respect
Michael
to the champion
James.
and challenger and the belt itself. It means something.
Bud Heavy, not a fan favorite anyway here. The fans absolutely cannot stand this man. And it's not because of any lack of wrestling ability. The stuff I've seen this guy do, Ron, for a man of his size, it's absolutely amazing.
Again, it's very reminiscent of the late Adrian Adonis, who was just an unbelievable wrestler in his time. And when you see Bud Heavy, you'll be reminded. The guy is just capable of so much, so athletic.
Oh my God! Giant slap to the face by Bud Heavy to Jonathan Hudson.
Slapping the taste out of his mouth.
And hits return.
Hey, a little bit of a receipt.
Yeah. We're going nose to nose here, literally. No, slap again. No, this is not.
These are nasty.
The slap fighting championship. This is the Proving Ground Heavyweight Championship. But, oh my God.
Got Bud's attention there.
Big right by Bud. Big right by Hudson. Big right by Bud. Big right by Hudson. Big right by Bud. Big right by Hudson. They're just trading it back and forth. Hudson getting the better of him finally. Has Bud Heavy rocking. Sends him into the ropes. Reversal by Heavy. And a collision in the middle of the ring.
Hudson like he ran into a brick wall. Bud Heavy staggered.
Like two rhinoceroses just colliding in the Sahara Desert or something. Again.
Flesh and bone.
Absolutely no give here by either.
No, just colliding right in the middle of the ring.
Do we have some cooperation? A little bit of a challenge. And they collide again. Bud Heavy getting the slight advantage and clothesline each other. Double close. Wow.
And you can see Bud Heavy loading up on these clotheslines and shoulder tackles and still unable. Beautiful neck breaker.
Jonathan Hudson ending that series the hard way for Bud Heavy. Going for the pin. Smart maneuver by Jonathan Hudson getting out of that. There's no winning that situation. We're just trading blows like that back and forth. Somebody's eventually going to go down or get hurt bad.
Just both punishing each other, but the element of surprise as well. And Hudson is quick as a cat, but Bud Heavy surprises you each time you see him. With this guy is capable again of don't be fooled by his size.
No doubt. Jonathan Hudson has Bud Heavy rocking right here in the corner. Massive chop to the chest of Bud Heavy.
Like a thunderclap, like a shotgun blast.
And Hudson obliging the fans here at the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center with another chop. Hooks him with a suplex. Oh my God! Dropped the back of his head on his knee. This has to be over. No.
Hey, the strength of Hudson to
the strength, but what the devastation of a maneuver like that. How did Bud Heavy kick out?
He's just a different level of tough. and the fans always react to this. Sometimes they love him. I've seen him on the road.
Nice counter maneuver by Bud Heavy right there.
Thinking man's wrestler.
Oh, right. Several blows, following up with that fall away clothesline. Goes for the pin, 2 count only.
How about that combination by Bud Heavy? Rapid fire offense and just catching him 100% with each one of those blows.
I'm telling you, as you know, Ronimi, Bud Heavy is a great athlete. Using all that weight right there on the lower back of Hudson.
And you know, we're right above the ring, and you can, I mean, honestly, you can feel the impact from these blows.
You really can. The fans here at the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center getting behind Hudson, trying to give him that encouragement to fight back. Punches to the gut. I don't know if that's going to have any effect at all.
How about the size of that knee that Bud Heavy just leveled the champ with?
Bud Heavy bringing everything he has here tonight. WWN Proving Ground, hooking Jonathan Hudson right here.
And he's leaning all that weight onto the back of the
that
leg.
is a lot of weight, trying to cut off the oxygen of the champion, Jonathan Hudson. Billy Grace is checking on him. He's saying no. He is not done yet. Hudson making his way to his feet. Lifts him up. Incredible belly-to-back suplex. But both men are down right now. And Billy Grace starts administering the count. If he gets to 10 and neither man is up, this match is over, Ronnie.
Just when it looked like Hudson was down and out, somehow gets that beautiful suplex to at least buy him some much-needed time.
Now see, Jonathan Hudson is holding his left arm. Oh, flying knee by Bud Heavy. Takes the champion down. 1, 2. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be it. So close to a 3 count.
And you see the shock on the face of Bud Heavy. Thought tonight was the night that he would walk out as the champ.
Bud Heavy saying it's all over. Looks like he's setting him up for a pile driver. Can he get him? He has him. No. Counter by Hudson. He's up. Ow, and he breaks him down.
He's got him. I think he's just got to cut Bud Heavy.
Bud Heavy, I think he knew that might have been over, and he just rolled out of the ring to break the momentum that Jonathan Hudson was bringing back here.
You can't be mad at him again. Sometimes you got to buy a little bit of a time. I know there isn't any official timeouts in wrestling, but this is about as close as you can get to that.
Bud Heavy, smart maneuver, breaking this up. Obviously, Jonathan Hudson is worse for wear too here, following out to find Hudson and get a hold of him here.
Billy once again with that.
And the fight continues on the floor.
You hear the lumber.
They're back and forth.
Delivering a clobbering.
There we go. Hudson sending Bud Heavy back into the ring. Heavy shoves him off. What's he going to try to do? Oh, he comes running at him, and Hudson sends Bud Heavy crashing down to the floor here at the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center.
And Bud is such a big man, and you've seen him just flying, total unorthodox.
Now that could be it. Well, I was wondering if Hudson was just going to let him stay out there and go for the count-out victory.
Might be an idea.
It might be up, but they're back. They're back fighting at it again. Oh, huge European uppercut by Hudson to Bud Heavy. He's hooking him. What's he gonna do? Hooking him for a suplex. Can he get him up and over? No. He attempted it. Oh, reversal on the floor.
Disgusting slap of the flesh on that concrete floor. Nasty.
Is that something that he's going to be able to get up from?
The bones are not
Billy
bent.
Grace is up to... Oh, is that it? Billy Grace has counted both men out. Is that it? Apparently that's it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, nobody wanted to see this match end like that. Nobody. Jonathan Hudson back in the ring and obviously hurt.
Hey, that's a champion's advantage, and I know that's not the way that he wanted to win.
Jonathan Hudson back in the ring. Worse for wear, but demanding the microphone. He's saying, cut the music.
The champ has had enough. No more draws. Commissioner Rick, I demand you come to this ring right now and give me not what I want. Give me not what I demand. Give me what I need. And that's next week. But heavy, I don't care if it's a stipulation or not. I need him. I need him to be a winner and a loser. And I need to show him that he is the loser.
Commissioner Rick Thames coming to the ring at the request of heavyweight champion Jonathan Hudson.
Mr. Hudson, I commend you, sir, and you deserve everything here that you asked for. Watching Bud Heavy and the way he cheats and comes out here short changes our champion, I, as commissioner, will not have that.
Here we go.
I grant you your match.
Whoa!
Yeah.
A big match has just been signed, apparently. Apparently a rematch next week has been signed, made official by Commissioner Rick Thames. Ron Nemi, thank you so much for joining me
What a
tonight
night, man.
for
How
this
much fun.
action here at Proving Ground. Wrestling fans, I'm Sean Davis for Ron Nemi. We will see you next week.